The Seals of NAM organization has recently urged the boycott of the Namibian national rugby team from the Rugby World Cup that will be hosted by New Zealand in September this year. Speaking to 99 FM, Pat Dickens, he's the campaign manager for the Seals of NAM. Pat, good afternoon and welcome to 99 FM. Your organization has urged the boycott of the Namibian national rugby team from the Rugby World Cup that will be taking place later this year. Can you tell us why you decided to do this?
We began this campaign by first looking into a broad spectrum of alternatives. We approached the Namibian SPCA, we asked them to intervene. Unfortunately, due to the semantics of Namibian law, a seal is not classified as an animal and the SPCA were not able to get involved. We turned to the Ministry of Fisheries. In the face of no scientific evidence, the ministry blamed their own mismanagement of their resources on the seals. Respected organizations from around the world have pleaded with the government, the Ministry of Fisheries, the Directorate of Environmental Affairs, the Department of Environment and Tourism. Francois Hugo has even gone so far as to meet with the Prime Minister. Campaigns have got absolutely nowhere. Individuals have written letters to the Namibian embassies around the world. Despite an EU ban on sealed products, seals continue to be slaughtered and journalists are getting arrested and beaten up, detained on non-existent laws. We feel that we've exhausted all possible angles and are left with no other alternative but to institute an economic boycott.
Which authorities did you deliver your petition to?
We have delivered these officially to the International Rugby Board. We've also contacted SAFU, South African Rugby and Football Union, the Fiji Rugby Union, the Welsh Rugby Union, the New Zealand Rugby Union, and the Australian Rugby Union. From the New Zealand side, we have had a reply that they are looking into the matter, but nothing has been confirmed.
What are you aiming to achieve with this boycott? In other words, what would you like the Namibian government to do?
Well, we would like to see the immediate end of the culling of these Cape Fur seals. We would like to see their status as being endangered and listed on CITES, of which Namibia is a signatory. We would like to see the government protect these creatures and market them in terms of ecotourism, much the same way that South Africa does with their Big Five. We would also like to see Namibia embody neighboring South Africa's policy on seals, where South Africa ended its sealing industry in 1990 on the basis of the inherent cruelty that is involved. You see, we've also reviewed multiple successful models from other African countries. We found that there are sustainable forms of ecotourism that can generate up to 10 times more revenue for the government and provide far more jobs for a country desperate for employment. We would also like to see the people of Namibia benefit from their own seal colony rather than have the government destroy their economy by killing off its resources and sending the money out of the country in order to appease the greedy commercial interests of Hatem Yavuz.
Then the report also mentions protests organized by Fur Free South Africa, Sea Shepherd South Africa and Beauty Without Cruelty. Are you aware of these protests and when, where and why will these protests be held?
This is actually the second round of protests that's happening. The first round of protests was in March, where we had international protests also in Australia and also in Brussels. The second round of protests, Bite Back will be holding the one in Brussels outside the Namibian embassy on the 8th of June. There will be one in Johannesburg on the 15th of June, and there will be another one in Cape Town on the 17th of June. And then basically these protests give an opportunity to the general public to be able to voice their disapproval, and it also generates increased media awareness for the campaign.
And finally, should listeners be interested in getting more information on your organization and its campaigns, where can they get this information?
We do have a website that is up and running at the moment. It's a Google-hosted website, The Seals of NAM. And then also we are available on Facebook and Twitter under the same name, The Seals of NAM.
And that was Pat Dickens, the campaign manager for the Seals of NAM, speaking to 99 FM.